Welcome back, listeners. Tonight's broadcast isn't a ghost story or a campfire legend. This one's colder than that, heavier than that. Tonight, we go back to a city that was just trying to survive another sleepless night and didn't realize that something unstoppable had already stepped into its streets. No prophecies, no warnings, just sirens, confusion, and voices on the radio trying to make sense of calls that sounded impossible. It's the sound of a city learning, in real time, that sometimes the thing hunting you isn't meant to be bargained with, or reasoned with, or outrun. If you enjoy these transmissions, please remember to hit like and subscribe. Every click strengthens the broadcast against whatever's out there hunting in the dark. If you want to help power future dispatches, broadcasts, and nightmares, check out the links in the description. Now, turn off the lights and settle in. The transmission starts now. Dispatch log. Scott Callahan, Central Division. Shift transition May 13th, 1805. Weather's a mess. Smog sitting heavy over the city and humidity spiking. Makes the whole city feel like it's under a lid. It's the kind of night where people get twitchy for no reason. Closing out the paperwork for the 187 at Griffith Park last night. Still have 3 DOAs at the observatory, no positive IDs. Looks like local street punks. Coroner's reports unusual. Severe blunt force trauma. One victim with an injury that looks like it was done with a heavy industrial tool. No weapon recovered on site. Witness statements are awash. We had a transient claiming he saw a lightning storm without clouds, followed by a giant walking off toward the city. We're chalking it up to 5150 or a bad batch of narcotics. In the unusual column, we're still looking for a suspect who jumped a patrolman in an alleyway off 7th. The officer was disarmed, lost his service weapon. Additionally, we have a report of an Ithaca pump-action shotgun stolen out of a locked patrol vehicle 2 blocks over. If we've got a kid wandering the streets with department-issue hardware, he's a priority pickup. Description, white male, mid-20s, gaunt, looked disoriented. Routine calls are starting to back up. A lot of noise and a lot of heat. Sun's down. Let's see what else the city wants to throw at us tonight. 6 Alpha 11. What's your 20? We got a 502 weaving on 405 South near Mulholland. Gold Pontiac.
That's San Pacific. Out there.
LAPD Central. Sergeant Callahan. This is a recorded line.
Yeah, hello? I'm calling from the dry cleaners on Wilshire. Someone just put a brick through my front window. Didn't even take anything. Just smashed the glass and kept running.
Okay, did you see them? Was it kids? Was this a robbery attempt?
I didn't see a damn thing. I was in the back. But my neighbor, he says he saw a guy in a gray sweatshirt booking it towards the park. Listen, it's 85 degrees out and I've got a hole in my storefront. I can't leave this open overnight.
I hear you. Sir, I'll get a unit over there to take a report for your insurance, but it's going to be a wait. We have priority call-outs 3 blocks over.
A wait for a brick through the window? Unbelievable. This city's going to hell.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Just stay with the property until the officers arrive. We'll be there as soon as the car clears. Good night.
Continue out there.
LAPD Central. Sergeant Callahan. This is a recorded line.
Yes, I'm calling about the 1400 block of Van Ness. We've got local kids out here again. 2 of them in Camaros, just sitting at the light, revving their engines for 10 minutes straight. It's a Sunday night, for crying out loud.
Are they blocking the intersection, ma'am, or just being loud?
They're doing burnouts. The whole street smells like burnt rubber, and my windows are rattling. Last week, they nearly took out a mailbox. Can't you guys just have a cruiser sit on the corner for once?
I hear you, ma'am. I've got a unit finishing up a investigation 3 blocks over. I'll see if he can swing by and encourage them to move on. Did you get any plate numbers?
No, it's too dark. One's blue, one's gray. Just please. People have to work tomorrow.
I'll put you on the board. We'll get someone over there when the car clears. Stay inside. Don't confront them yourself.
I'll believe it when I see it. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am. L20 Central. There's a citizen at the front desk of 7th Street Station. Transient reporting theft of personal property, specifically his trousers and boots. He's claiming a solitary white male took them by force near the bridge. Someone, come take his report so we can stop having him scream in the lobby.
In color, parked in a parking lot for a long time watching the clerks. She'll be around.
LAPD Central, Callahan.
Hey, it's Rogers. I'm at the Alamo gun shop on Victory Boulevard, calling on their landline. I didn't want the details of this one hitting the scanners yet. It's a mess.
Yeah, I see the 187 on the board, Rogers. What have you got? Is the proprietor DOA?
Oh yeah, he's gone. And the cold-bloodedness of it's what's getting to me. Based on the way the body's slumped behind the counter, looks like the owner was showing the suspect a piece. Suspect just took it, loaded it right in front of him, and put the rounds in the man's chest before he could even blink. He used the gun shop's own stock to do the job.
Used the floor model, huh? Hell, what's the inventory loss look like?
He cleared the place out of the high-end hardware. Rifles, 12 gauge, 45 with a laser sight. Whoever he is, he's armed like a strike team now. He didn't even touch the cash drawer. He just wanted the merch. A couple witnesses say they saw a guy, massive, walking out with a bag like he was leaving the grocery store. Gray jacket, boots. Just got into a car, pulled away.
A giant. It's a lot like the report from the observatory yesterday. You think it's the same player?
I'd bet my badge on it. If this guy's just starting his shopping list, we're in for a long night. I'm waiting for the captain to arrive now. Just watch the wire, huh, Callahan? This isn't your average street crime.
Copy that, Rogers. I'll flag the description for all the Valley units. And maybe grab a cigarette or something. You sound wound up.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Out.
Log entry, Callahan, 1945. Temperature's not dropping, and neither's the call volume. Got a situation developing out of the valley. Rogers just confirmed a homicide at the Alamo Sports Shop on Victory Boulevard. Scene was clinical. Suspect didn't just rob the place, he executed the proprietor with the floor model and walked out with enough ordnance to start a small war. Description from the Alamo hit matches the one from the Griffith Observatory, 187 yesterday night. Looking for a Caucasian male, extremely large build, 200 plus pounds, gray field jacket. Witnesses say he moves with unusual purpose. No panic, no hesitation. I'm cross-referencing the morning reports now. Got a stolen service weapon from an officer on 7th, and a stolen pump action from a patrol cruiser, and the report of the naked giant seen at the observatory. If this is all the same player, we're looking at a suspect who's systematically arming himself with high-caliber hardware. I flagged the description for all sector cars. Something about this feels off. End log.
851. Go ahead.
LAPD Central, Callahan, recorded line.
Yeah, hi. I'm calling about a vehicle that's been sitting in front of my driveway on Sunset for 3 days now. A tan Oldsmobile. It's got a flat tire and leaking something all over the curb.
Okay. Is it blocking your access to the street or just parked in front of your house?
I mean, it's not blocking me in, but it's an eyesore, and with the heat, the fluid leaking, it starts to smell like a refinery out there. I called parking enforcement this morning, and they told me to call the station.
We don't usually dispatch for abandoned vehicles in the middle of the night, sir. If it's not a hazard or a stolen vehicle, it's going to be a low priority tow. Do you have a plate number?
Hold on, let me look out the window. Yeah, 1AL348. It has a Save the Whales sticker on the bumper, if that helps.
Doesn't show up as stolen. Well, not yet. Listen, I'll put it on the list for the morning shift. If it's still there at 8 a.m., call the city tow yard directly. I can't spare a officer for that on a night shift.
Great, so I just, get to smell transmission fluid all night? Real helpful.
I'm sure it's a thrill. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Yes, would you put me out at 14910 Northeast 24th Street? Be making contact with the other half here this morning's assault complaint. And can I get that case number if you can bring it back up?
LAPD Central, Callahan.
Hey, Cal. It's Burke over in Devonshire District. Wrapping up the initial paperwork on the 187 from earlier today. Housewife, Sarah Ann Connor.
Right, I saw the ticket. What's the word? You guys got a lead on the husband? Domestic dispute that boiled over, maybe?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. Husband was at work and cleared by half a dozen witnesses. So, not a domestic. This was an execution. Front door was practically kicked off the hinges and victim shot multiple times at close range. Large caliber weapon. 45 most likely. Professional style placement.
A home invasion for a housewife in Devonshire in the daytime? What was the motive? Robbery?
Well, that's the thing. Nothing's missing. Jewelry right there on the dresser. Purse sitting on the kitchen counter. Suspect just walked in, did the job, and walked out. No struggle. No ransacking. It's like he was on the clock.
No motive. High caliber overkill. Great. Just what we need. You guys have any witness descriptions from the neighbors?
Well, a few people saw a large car pulling away. One neighbor thinks they saw a big guy, but it's all vague. Just wanted to update the log before I head back in, and this one feels cold, Callahan. Real cold.
Copy that, Burke. I'll update the master file. Just go ahead and get your report typed up, I guess, huh?
Down for. Out.
7200 Ferguson, I'm at Ferguson, Buckeye.
LAPD Central, Callahan, recorded line.
Yes, hi. I think someone's in my backyard. I'm on Highland near the canyon. My shepherd hasn't stopped growling for 10 minutes, and I keep hearing the side gate rattling.
Okay, is the house secure, ma'am? Are your doors and windows locked?
Yes, everything's locked. I can't see anything because it's so dark by the hedges, but something's definitely out there. And I don't know for sure, but I think maybe they're trying to get to the sliding door.
I've got a unit nearby on Sunset. I'll have them come to your house and walk around the perimeter. Stay in a room with a lock. Don't go outside to check. Do you have a porch light or anything you can flip on?
Yes, hold on. I just turned it on. Wait. Oh, I think it's just a coyote. Just a big coyote staring at the door. Oh my God, my heart is pounding.
Okay, well, it's been a long night for everyone, ma'am. He brings him down from the hills probably. He's probably just looking for water. I'll have a unit roll by and shine a light just to spook him off. Just keep your dog inside.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry to bother you.
No trouble. Stay safe. Good night.
I've got you out there in 25, got you out there also.
Log entry, Callahan, 2230. I've been sitting here, staring at the report for the Connor woman in Devonshire. It's a clean hit. Too clean. Usually, with a home invasion, the place is tossed or there's signs of a struggle. But here, nothing. Just 3 rounds to the chest and a suspect who vanished into the afternoon heat. Looking at the teletype for the whole county, Got a spike in weird reports tonight. Car thefts with no recovery, and a general sense that the city's on edge. I can't shake the feeling that the Alamo gun shop hit and the Devonshire murder are linked, but the motive's a total vacuum. Why take out a housewife? Especially with that kind of weapon. It's like using a sledgehammer to kill a fly. I've told the units on Valley floor to stay tight to Victory Boulevard perimeter. If our guy is still in the area, he's probably lying low or moving for a second objective. End log. LAPD Central, Callahan, recorded line.
Yeah, finally. Listen, I'm calling about a blue Lincoln Continental parked dead center in front of a fire hydrant on Orange Grove. It's been sitting there since I got home and nobody's come back for it.
Okay, Orange Grove and what, sir?
Right near the corner of 6. It's one of those big 70s boats. He's taking up enough curb for 2 cars and blocking the only hydrant on the block. It's a hazard, plain and simple.
Okay, is the car occupied? Anyone sitting in it or anyone in the area?
Nobody. It's just sitting there. I pay for a permit to park on this street, and I'm tired of seeing these jokers think they own the place just because it's after dark. Can't you get someone out here to haul it off?
Listen, I hear you, sir, but we've got our hands full with some priority calls in the valley tonight. I'll put in a ticket for parking enforcement, but to be honest with you, they're not likely to dispatch a tow until the morning shift rolls in at about 6 o'clock.
The morning? So what, he just gets a pass? What happens if the apartment building catches fire? We just wait for the firemen to push him out of the way?
Exactly. If there's an emergency, the fire department will handle the car. Until then, it's honestly a low priority citation. I'll have a sector car roll by and slap a ticket on the windshield if they have time tonight.
Unbelievable. No wonder this city's going to the dogs. Whatever. Fine.
Listen, I'll put it on the board, sir. Good night. LAPD Central, Callahan.
Callahan, it's Traxler over at Southeast. I need you to pull the file on the 187 out of Devonshire from earlier today. The housewife.
I've got it right here, Detective. Sarah Ann Connor. Why? Did you guys get a lead on the car?
Forget the car. We just caught another one. Over on 14th Street. Girl named Sarah Louise Connor. Shot at her place of business. Same MO, large caliber, multiple rounds. Looks like a professional execution.
You're kidding me. 2? 2 of them with the same name?
Same name, both dead. I want you to get on the wire with the other divisions. Find out if we have any more Sarah Connors in the city. Do a welfare check. If this guy's working his way through a phone book, we've got a problem.
I'm on it. What do you think, it's a list? He's just what, going in order?
Listen, I don't know what it is yet, but it's not a coincidence. Get the word out to the sector cars. Tell them to look for that muscular suspect that Rogers flagged at the gun shop. This guy isn't stopping. I'm heading over to the scene on 14th now. Keep my line open.
Copy that, Traxler. I'll start the cross-reference now. God help us if there's a third one.
Just do it. Out.
All units, all sectors, clear the air. Priority 1 alert. Stand by for citywide APB. We have a developing 187 pattern involving multiple victims. Be advised, suspect is targeting females with the name Sarah Connor. We have 2 confirmed fatalities in the last 6 hours. Sarah Ann and Sarah Louise. Suspect described as a Caucasian male, extremely muscular build. Last seen wearing a gray M65 field jacket. He's to be considered armed and dangerous, carrying high-caliber hardware. All units are instructed to pull the current LA white pages. Cross-reference any residential or business addresses for Connor, Sarah. If you are within 3 blocks of a listed address, you are to divert immediately for a Code 6 welfare check. Do not, I repeat, do not engage the suspect without backup. This is a priority 1 situation. 2245 Central out. LAPD Central, Callahan. This is a recorded line.
Yeah, I need an ambulance at the corral on Foothill right now. We got a man bleeding out on the floor. Please hurry.
Okay, I have the location. The corral on Foothill Boulevard. Is the scene secure and is the attacker still at the location?
Oh, no, they're gone. They lit out of here on their bikes as soon as they heard the knife go in. Now I'm looking out the front window and I see taillights hitting the on-ramp. It's just us in here now. Me and the victim.
Understood. We're on our way. Stay on the line with me. Where exactly was the victim injured and how many wounds are we talking about?
It's on his left side, above his belt. It was one deep thrust. He was trying to break up a play at the pool table, and the guy just pulled up a folder and tucked it into him. So much blood, it's pooling on the linoleum. I got some bar rag towels on it, but they're turning red.
All right, listen to me carefully. Do not lift those towels to check the wound. If they get soaked, put fresh ones on top of the old ones. Keep firm, steady pressure with both hands. Is the victim conscious? Are you talking to him?
Hey, stay with me, Bill. Look at me. Bill, stay with me. He's awake, but his eyes are rolling back and he's real cold. I'm touching his arm and he's shivering like it's midwinter. Why is he so damn cold? It's like a goddamn oven in here.
Okay, he's going into shock, sir. This is a normal response to blood loss. If you have a jacket or a clean tablecloth nearby, use them to cover his chest and legs, keep him warm. I have an ambulance rolling code 3 from the Sunland station. They're about 6 minutes away. I need a description of the man with the knife.
Hey, it was a big, tall guy. He had a denim vest, some kind of patch on the back, long beard, salt and pepper. He was riding a chopped Harley, black frame, high bars. The guy with him was a younger kid, no helmet, wearing a red flannel shirt. They didn't even say nothing. They just finished their beers and ruined this guy's life.
Okay, I have your description. I'm putting it out to our cars now. I want you to stay on the line until you can hear sirens on your end. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not leaving him. I just can't believe it. 1 minute they're laughing at the jukebox and the next...
You're doing fine, sir. Keep pressure on the wound. You're the only thing keeping him alive till the medics arrive. All right? I'm going to transfer you to emergency services. They're waiting to talk to you. Stay on the line until you can hear the EMS arrive at your location. Log entry Callahan, 2315. The night's starting to bleed together. We just finished coordinating the response for a 415 physical at the corral on Foothill. Started as a disagreement over a game and ended with a regular being transported to the ER with a blade wound to the torso. Suspects are in the wind. Just another bar fight in a city that's too hot for its own good. But it's the other stuff, the quiet stuff, that's sitting heavy on my desk. Looking at the reports for these 2 Sarah Connor killings, Devonshire and Southeast. 2 women, same name, both executed with high-caliber precision within hours of each other. I've been cross-referencing their files. I can't find a single thread. No shared employer, no mutual funds, nothing. Just a name and a death sentence. We have an APB out for the suspect in the gun shop massacre, and starting to wonder if he's the one working through the phone book. If he is, he's not a local brawler like the guys at the corral. Something else. LAPD, Central, Callahan.
Hey, Scott, it's Murph. You still chained to that desk, or did they finally let you out for good behavior?
Murph, I should have known. You're supposed to be patrolling the north sector, not calling the desk to harass me.
I am patrolling, Scotty. I'm currently patrolling the parking lot of a 7-Eleven and talking on a payphone while I eat this burrito and wait for it to reach a temperature that won't melt my esophagus. You want anything? I can swing by the window and toss you a bag of beef jerky through there.
Yeah, don't tempt me. The air in here tastes like pencil lead and old coffee. How's it looking out there? Still 100,000 degrees?
At least. The asphalt's radiating heat. It's a short fuse kind of night. I've already broken up 2 shouting matches at gas stations, and everybody's looking for a reason to swing. You sound tired, pal. You still thinking about that cabin up in Big Bear?
Every damn day, Murph. Wood stove, no phones, and the only dispatch I want to hear is the sound of a fishing line hitting the water. But tonight's weird, man. Got some names on my desk that really don't make sense.
Forget the names for 10 minutes. Look, the Dodgers game's just finishing up on the radio. Valenzuela looks sharp. Why don't you switch over to the AM band? Clear your head a little bit. City's not going to burn down in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I wish I had your optimism. Every time I think it's going to slow down, the phone rings again. But hey, thanks for the check-in, man. And don't spill anything on the upholstery. I think that sergeant on the morning shift will have your head.
You gotta catch me first. Stay cool, Scotty. I'll check back in after I finish my rounds.
Attention, all personnel on night shift. Brief departmental reminder regarding station maintenance and equipment turn-in procedures. For the captain's memo issued on the 1st of the month, we have a significant backlog in the motor pool. If your vehicle is due for a scheduled oil change or brake inspection, do not, I repeat, do not wait until the end of your shift to flag it. Fill out the blue slip and leave it on a clipboard in the garage bay. I've had 3 cruisers sidelined this week because of vague reporting. Be specific. Also, reminder on locker room etiquette. Janitorial staff has reported a recurring issue with discarded uniform items and personal refuse. We are professionals. Keep your gear stowed and keep the common areas clear. Finally, for those of you pulling double shifts in the heat, the ice machine in the break room is currently out of order. Maintenance is scheduled for Tuesday morning. Until then, do not, and I can't stress this enough, do not attempt to fix the motor with your batons. We're still paying for the last time someone tried that. That's all. Stay alert, guys. Central out. LAPD Central, Callahan.
Hey, Callahan, it's Officer Norris. We're at the apartment complex on Pico and 5th. Got a confirmed 187. Neighbors called in a disturbance. Said it sounded like someone was taking a sledgehammer to the walls.
Copy, Pico and 5th. You have somebody in custody?
He's gone. We breached the unit. You're going to want to get some detectives out here. We got 2 DOAs. 1 male, 1 female. Both of them took hits from a large caliber weapon. It's messy. Front door was kicked in so hard the deadbolt's still in the jam, but the wood around it might as well be kindling.
Great. Another one. Any idea on the victims yet?
Working on it now. We found IDs. Comes back to 1 Ginger Ventura and 1 Matt Buchanan. We're looking for Elise to see if anyone else lives here. Neighbor says they heard a bike or high-performance engine screaming out of the lot about 5 minutes before we arrived.
Copy that. Secure the perimeter, keep the neighbors out. I'll flag the coroner and get a tech crew over there for ballistics. Don't touch anything if you can help it.
Yeah, 10-4, sir. We're going to be here a while. This isn't your average street hit. This guy, he wanted him dead, and he didn't care who heard it happen.
Understood. Stay safe. Callahan out.
Yes, would you put me out at 14910 Northeast 24th Street? Be making...
LAPD Central, Callahan, recorded line.
Yes, hello? Is this the police? I'm calling from the bungalows on North Orange Drive.
Yes, ma'am. This is the police. How can I help you this evening?
Well, it's about the boy next door. He's home from college, and I believe he's intentionally aiming his garden hose over the fence to water my prize-winning citrus. The soil is becoming swampy, and I think it's a deliberate act of botanical sabotage.
Well, ma'am, did you see him actually aiming a hose, or maybe did a sprinkler just get misaligned?
Oh, he's a very sly boy. He waits until I turn my television up for the evening news, and I can hear the hiss of the water against the leaves. It's harassment, plain and simple. I'd like a patrolman to come by and give him a talking to. Maybe check his water meter?
Ma'am, I understand it's frustrating, but we're currently handling several high-priority investigations tonight. We really can't afford to dispatch an officer for a civil dispute regarding a garden hose. Have you tried speaking to his parents?
His parents are just as bad. They have a cat that stares at my bird bath with intent. The whole family is a nuisance. Are you saying you won't help a taxpayer in distress?
I'm saying that unless there's a crime in progress or a threat to your person, I have to keep my units clear. I will make a note of the harassment in our log, but for now, I suggest you move your prize-winning citrus a few feet back from the fence. Good night, ma'am.
Well, I never. I will be writing a letter to your chief.
In contact with the other half here this morning's assault complaint. And can I get that case number if you can bring it back up?
Central to any unit in the vicinity of the 700 block of Pico. I have a request for a Code 6 welfare check. Location is Tech Noir, 712 Pico Boulevard. It's a nightclub. Detective Traxler in Southeast is requesting a unit to respond and make contact with a citizen on site. Subject is a female, Sarah Connor. She is currently inside the establishment and has reported to the detective that a man has been following her throughout the evening. She's expressed that she's extremely scared and believes he may have followed her into the club. Detective Traxler has advised her to remain stationary in a well-lit area near the back of the building until an officer can make contact. Any unit clear to handle? 1 Lima 20, I have you clear on 7th. Can you break and head over to Tech Noir? Again, that's 712 Pico. We just need you to provide a presence, talk to the citizen, and see if we can identify who she's talking about. The detective has been keeping an open line with her for the time being. Let's get a car on scene as soon as possible just to settle things down. No need for Code 3. Keep it routine. Keep it low profile. But keep your eyes open. Time 23:56. Central out.
Central, 1 Lima 20. Temple, 13.
LAPD Central. Callahan, this is a recorded line.
Yeah, this is security at Tech Noir. I need paramedics and some cops down here. I got a guy. He just destroyed my hand. I think the bone's sticking out.
Oh, slow down, sir. Tech Noir, I have the location. You have an assault in progress? Is the suspect still there?
He's inside. He just walked right past me. I tried to stop him at the door, and he just grabbed my hand and squeezed. It felt like a hydraulic press. I heard it snap like dry wood. Oh, I need an ambulance. He's still here. He's by the dance floor.
Okay, sir, listen to me. I already have an officer en route to that location for a welfare check. He's less than a minute away. I'm upgrading the call to a 1033, and I'm adding an ambulance, okay? Can you give me a description of the suspect?
Yeah, he's huge. He's wearing a gray jacket, blank expression, and he's just... What was that? Was that a gun? He's got a gun! He's shooting back! It's a massacre! Help! Please send somebody!
Okay, sir, get down. Try to tell me what's happening. Central to 1 Lima 20 and any units in the Pico sector, we have a 1033 in progress at Tech Noir, 712 Pico Boulevard. Caller was on the line reporting a 245 physical that has escalated to gunfire. I repeat, shots fired inside the establishment. We have reports of a crowd in panic and a suspect armed with an automatic weapon. 1 Lima 20, you were en route for a welfare check. Be advised, the situation has turned. Do not, repeat, do not attempt to enter the building without backup. All units respond Code 3. Notify the local hospitals to stand by from 187 Multi. We have a man with a machine gun inside Tech Noir. 1 Lima 20 reports your ETA.
Central, 1 Lima 20. ETA, 1 minute.
All units, clear the air, emergency traffic only.
Central, 1L20, I am on scene at Tech Noir. It is a disaster down here. I've got tons of people spilling out onto Pico. I've got multiple victims down on the sidewalk and more inside. We need every ambulance we can spare now.
1 Lima 20, copy that. I have 3 RA units rolling Code 3 to your location. ETA, 3 minutes. Flagging the fire department for additional triage support. 1 Lima 20, do you have visual on the suspect?
Negative. I can't see a thing through the crowd and there's a lot of smoke.
Copy. Negative sighting. 1 Lima 20 assisting civilians on site. All units responding to Tech-Noir. Be advised. Suspect is not, repeat, not in custody. Approach with extreme caution. Set up containment at the intersections of Pico and Figueroa. Keep the lanes clear for medical units. Central out.
This is 1L19. I got a hit-and-run felony suspect vehicle. Late model, gray Ford, westbound on 7th. It's really moving. Punching lights all the way. I'm gonna need an ambulance. 7th and Broadway right now. Hey, hold it! Yeah!
1L19 Central. Copy. All units. Suspect fleeing in a late model gray Ford westbound on 7th. EMS en route to 7th and Broadway. 1L19 Central. You code 4?
This is 1L19. Westbound on Olympic, approaching Overland. Central, 1 Lima 15. Subject just rammed 1 Lima 11. He's out of the pursuit. I'm still behind the suspect. We're going into an alleyway off 7th. He just slammed his brakes. He's shifting, and he just backed into me. Central, 1 Lima 15. Suspect wrecked my squad. He's back out of the alley, westbound up the 4th Street ramp. Last seen, gray model Ford. I'm 10-7. My front end is gone.
Copy. 1 Lima 15. All units. Suspect now westbound towards the 4th Street ramp using vehicle as a weapon. All available units respond code 3. Log entry. Callahan. Central. 0025. We've terminated the pursuit. Got a call of a sighting and shots fired inside a parking garage on Lower Grand. By the time the perimeter units moved in, the suspects had switched vehicles. They were spotted fleeing the garage in a brown Pontiac Le Mans sedan. Our units managed to box them in on the lower level of Grand Avenue after a brief chase. They've taken 2 individuals into custody. A John Doe, likely the driver of the Ford, and 1 Sarah Connor. Both are currently being transported to Central Station for processing and questioning by Detective Traxler. Here's where it gets weird. We recovered 1 Lima 19's stolen squad car in that same tunnel. It was abandoned. We got the car, but the driver, missing. Witnesses in the area reported a man in a gray jacket on foot, but he vanished before anyone could get a seal on the exits. Still our primary, wanted for questioning in connection to the Alamo gun shop shooting in the earlier 187s. Traxler and Volkovich are headed down to the holding cells now to see what the Doe has to say for himself. Me? Staying on the desk. Still got 2 wrecked cruisers to tow and a city that's finally starting to quiet down. End log. Central to all units, all sectors. Be on the lookout for another John Doe suspect. Description, Caucasian male. Muscular build, short dark hair. Last seen wearing a gray M65 field jacket, dark trousers. Individual's a primary suspect in tonight's shootout at the Tech-Noir, wanted for theft of an LAPD patrol vehicle, Unit 1 Lima 19. Be advised, suspect is also being linked to the triple homicide at Griffith Observatory earlier, and the robbery homicide at the Alamo gun shop. Suspect might be armed with a high-caliber automatic weaponry and has demonstrated extreme aggression towards law enforcement. Last seen in the vicinity of Lower Grand Avenue. Use extreme caution. Do not, repeat, do not approach this individual alone. If spotted, maintain vigil from a distance. Call for immediate backup. Man is to be considered armed and dangerous. 0030 Central out.
17, you're out there.
LAPD Central. Callahan.
Oh, finally! I've been trying to get through for 20 minutes. Do you people even work at night?
We're experiencing a high volume of emergency calls tonight, sir. Is this an emergency?
Listen to me, it's my neighbor. He's got a damn German Shepherd on the porch again. It's been barking since 11 p.m. I've got work at 6, and I can't sleep with that racket. I want a patrol car down here to tell him to bring that beast inside.
Sir, I have multiple officer-involved incidents and a major crime scene on Pico Boulevard. I do not have a unit available for a noise complaint at this time.
Pico? That's miles away. I pay my taxes. I don't care about anything that's going on. I care about my sleep. Can't you just send one of those boys on motorcycles?
Sir, I'll make a note of the call, but this is very much a low priority tonight. My advice, put a pillow over your head and try to get some rest. We'll get someone out there when the world stops ending. Have a good night.
Northeast, 4th Street.
LAPD Central, Callahan.
Hey, Callahan. It's Norris again. I'm finally back at Central. Just finished up the booking sheet on the John Doe we pulled out of that Pontiac.
Hey, I hear it's a circus down there, Norris. What have you got? Traxler said the guy was a Section 8.
Section Section 8 doesn't even cover it. I've been sitting in the observation room for the last 10 minutes listening to this guy. He's frantic, telling us he's from the year 2029. Says he was sent back through time to protect the Connor girl from some kind of cyborg assassin. Called it a Terminator.
2029? I guess he missed the memo that it's 1984. What's the story with the kidnapping?
Well, that's the thing. He claims he didn't kidnap her. He says he saved her. He's going on about nuclear war, some kind of evil AI company, and how this guy in the jacket, he's part man, part machine. Says it won't stop until Sarah Connor's dead. He says she's the mother of some future resistance leader.
Jesus. Sounds like he's seen too many movies. Is he high?
I mean, toxicology's pending, but he's stone cold sober as far as I can tell, just intense. Traxler's had enough of the sci-fi talk, though. He's calling in Dr. Peter Silverman from the county hospital to come do a psych eval. He thinks the guy's a paranoid schizophrenic with a hero complex.
Okay, and the girl? Sarah?
Yeah, she's in with the doctors now. She's terrified. I don't know if she believes all that time travel stuff, but she definitely believes someone's trying to kill her. And after what I saw at Tech-Noir, can't say I blame her. Anyway, I'm gonna grab a coffee and head back to the desk. I'll see you at the shift change.
Copy that, Norse. Get some caffeine in you. You've earned it. Log entry Callahan 0050. Central evidence. Locker 4. Processing items recovered from the John Doe suspect, currently in holding cell 3. Item 1. 1 trench coat. Heavy wear. Multiple scorched perforations along the left shoulder and flank. Smells like ozone and burnt rubber. It's odd. Not quite gunpowder. Anyway, item 2. 1 Ithaca 37 shotgun. Barrel sawed down to 12 inches. Serial number filed off. No. Found a strange improvised sling. Looks like it's made out of heavy-duty industrial webbing. This guy was ready for war. Item 3. Collection of miscellaneous hardware. We've got some loose copper wiring, a couple of high-capacity batteries, and these. A handful of stolen ID cards and some crumpled currency. Strange thing is the shoes, we had to take them off him. Turns out it was stolen from a nearby department store, but they're covered in a fine gray ash. Forensics gonna have a field day with this guy. Traxler wants all this inventory before Silverman finishes the psych eval. He's convinced this guy's just a drifter who found some surplus gear, but looking at the coat and the way it's scorched, I'm not so sure. End log. I need to get back upstairs. Looking at the preliminary report from Silverman. Diagnosed John Doe as highly intelligent paranoid schizophrenic. Spent 3 pages gushing over the consistency of the delusion. He's impressed, for God's sake. He says the subject's future war narrative is a coping mechanism for a sociopathic detachment from reality. He wrote here, let me see. Subject displays a remarkable ability to integrate external stimuli into his fantasy. He views the girl as a biological necessity for the survival of the species, which allows him to justify his own violent protective instincts. The doctor thinks it's all a game of pretend. I was watching the monitor earlier, and he asked the guy why he didn't bring any future weapons with him. The guy, Reese, he says, he just looked at Silverman like he was the crazy one. Said he couldn't. Said, nothing dead will go through. Then he looked right into the camera, looked right at me, and he said, I didn't have a choice. I had to find a weapon here. I've seen plenty of crazies. They usually have a twitch, a tell. But this guy? Stone cold. He wasn't lying. He believed it. Silverman, he just laughed it off. He told Traxler the guy probably saw a few too many sci-fi flicks at the drive-in and just snapped. He's recommending a 72-hour hold at County General. He wants him transported to Dawn. But Dawn's a long way off. Every time the wind hits the side of the building, I'm thinking about the part man, part machine description. Got the commitment form here in my hand. I'm supposed to file it, but I'm just staring at the suspect threat level box. Silberman checked it as low. Said the suspect is only a danger to himself and the immediate target of his obsession. I hope you're right, Doc. Because if you're wrong, we're all sitting ducks in a building full of paperwork. LAPD Central. Callahan, this is a recorded line.
Yeah, look, I'm calling about a tenant, room 409 on my building. I've had 3 people on the floor come to the desk in the last hour complaining about the stench.
The stench, sir? Are you calling us about a plumbing issue?
It ain't plumbing. It smells like something died in there and then got cooked. I went up there, knocked on the door, told him I'm going to call the health department. I could hear him moving around in there, but he wouldn't open up. Just told me to go away and called me an asshole.
What did you say the room number was? And the address?
St. George Hotel on 3rd, room 409. Name on the register, well, I don't even have it. He paid in cash. I've seen some weird ones in the building, but this guy came in here earlier today, had a bandage over his eye and blood on his shirt. Now the room smells like a slaughterhouse.
Listen to me, Mr. Armstead. Do not go back to that room. Don't knock on the door again. Give me a description here. Is this a big guy? Did he have a gray jacket on at all?
Yep, that's him. Built like a brick wall. Listen, you gonna send somebody or what? I already got tenants packing their bags.
All right, I'm putting it on the board now. Just stay at your desk, keep the lobby clear. If he comes down the stairs, don't engage him. Do you understand?
Yeah. Just hurry up. The smell is making me gag.
Attention all units. Central Dispatch. Possible positive ID on the Alamo shooting suspect. Also wanted in connection with the Tech-Noir shooting earlier. St. George Hotel on 3rd, room 409. Any available units to respond? Callahan Central, log entry 0158. Station's finally settling into that early morning hum. Silberman just left, probably tucked into bed pretty soon, dreaming of all the papers he's going to write about the guy over in holding. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here looking at the door. Another officer came in, told me some weirdo in sunglasses walked in a few minutes ago. Can you imagine? Sunglasses at 1 a.m.? The guy asked for the Connor girl. Officer Peterson told him to take a seat, but the guy just stared at him and said, "I'll be back," and walked out. I didn't get a look at him. Probably some reporter trying to get a scoop on the Tech-Noir shooting. Anyway, got about 40 minutes left on my shift, thinking about another cup of coffee at the diner down the street. Thinking about the sun coming up and just forgetting this whole... The hell was that? Peterson! I got a 1033 in the lobby. Repeat, we have a 1033 vehicle breach at the front entrance, Central Station. All units, all sectors, Central's under fire. We have an officer-involved shooting at the main precinct, suspect inside the building. He's through the lobby, moving towards the holding cells. I need every unit in the city at First and Hill now. Help us. Officers needs help. All units, code 3 to Central.